when it's ready for friends to play, there's a place to cook the day away. Fire it up, get ready, try something new. We're talking king of the grill, born to barbecue. With the silver bullet, the right beer now, the right time, the right beer. Coors Light, it's right here.
Catch the light, bright taste, Coors Light.
Hold on to the silver bullet, it's the right beer now.
Mike Vernon makes his first save of the second period. It's a good one, but then he can't find the rebound. And the Canucks right there poke it up over Mike Vernon, hits the crossbar, and comes down harmlessly away from the net. At the other end, Harold steps with his back to the play. Roberts out of the penalty box. A good solid hit, elbows and stick down, no penalty.
19-10 are the shots now. Face off to the left of Weeks. Lipinski to the left. Otto won the draw. Now on the boards, Adams trying to get it out. Otto flat is checked. Hooker in front of Lipinski. Oh, he came close. McCowan. Otto was right in front of the net. Couldn't chip it in. Reinhart. McCowan moving up. Flames are pressing again. Bozak knocked to the ice. Lipinski shot through. Lipinski shooting it. Calgary.
Lipinski had a good chance earlier. Watch Mark Hunter. Mark Hunter comes out of the corner right in front of Steve Weeks. If it didn't hit Mark Hunter, he supplied the screen for the shot from Lipinski. A wrist shot right through Mark Hunter, right through Steve Weeks' leg, and the Flames go up 2-0.
There's no question the Flames do not hesitate going to the net. Mark Hunter, as you say that time, John, right in front of Weeks. And Lipinski saw him there and took advantage of the situation and ripped it home. 9:51. Lipinski unassisted. So it's 2-0 Calgary. Vernon out to knock it away into the corner. McClellan shoots it to the line. Nordmark stopped it. Now McGinnis feeds to the head. Gilmore racing to McGinnis. The save made by Weeks on a booming shot by McGinnis. Trevor Linden in. Linden's shot. That's off the leg of Merzen. Didn't hit the net. Linden on it. McClellan can't clear it out. Gilmore does. He's upended. Merzen coming in with the puck. Merzen to McClellan. Broken up and Linden sweeps back. He has Steele on the play. Linden dropped it. Steele. Big shot missed. Linden behind the net. Centered it. He's tied up. McClellan. Posted ahead to Mullen. Up with Gilmore and Gilmore carries it in. Gilmore and Mullen. Mullen couldn't center it. Again it's opened up now. Canucks try to get something going. Smeal is going in. Smeal tried to hit Sweetball. That was intercepted. Look at that. A long lead pass to Mullen. He just missed. He was up near center all alone, and the Canucks were making changes. And he missed it. Spreco now in. Sutter trailing. Spreco fired it across and thought there's going to be a penalty to the Calgary Flames. Sutter was grabbed outside the line, and the fans are up in arms. The Flames get a penalty.
Hello.
Hi, Scott. My name is Sandy. I'm Judy's friend from LA. I'm downstairs and I thought I'd give you a call.
Great. Why don't you come on up?
Great. Bye.
Hi. Sorry, guys. Are you up for it? Come up. Are you up for it? Are you up?
Hi, Scott. Sandy.
Sandy.
7 Up.
The LA Kings have opened the scoring against the Oilers. That scoring dynamo, Chris Kontos, takes a pass from Gretzky. It's his 6th goal in 9 games. And the LA Kings have opened the scoring early against the Oilers. They lead 1-0. Bob?
What a hot hand, Kontos. Cole playing alongside Gretzky. Roberts gets another penalty, this one roughing at 11:23.
Harold Steps has gone to the dressing room after that hit by Gary Roberts, and with Larry Melnick already out of the lineup, out for the rest of the series, Canucks have to be worried about their defensive situation. The penalty on Roberts was a hit on Sutter, and Sutter retaliated. I thought they both might go off, but Roberts was the only one gone.
We're told Gary Suter has been taken to the hospital for observation. He was hit with a shot in the first period. Flames are leading 2-0. And a penalty to Calgary now. Vancouver 0 for 2 in this hockey game for the man advantage. And they go up on the play to the blue line. Spreeko won't reach it in time. Yes, he does. Made a good effort to get there ahead of Netris. Netris was winding up to bat it out of the zone. And he beat him to it. Sandy tried to knife it in, but the Flames knew and died. Sweeps back. Brings it back. McCallum now. And he shoots one down the ice right on the net. 1 minute, 5 seconds left of the penalty to Roberts. Nordmark to Linden. Linden to the line. Netris tried to hit him. He missed him. Nordmark played it ahead to Sandy. Back to Robert Nordmark. Reinhardt again to Nordmark. Again to Reinhardt. Nordmark again. To the far side. Linden planned on the shot. And Vernon scooped it away to the corner for McCown to bring it out. McCown gets to center and shoots it in. Fine penalty killing in the game by the Calgary Flames. 30 seconds left in the Roberts penalty. 2-0 is the score. Flames. Canucks go in looking for their first goal, and again broken out by Gilmore, and once more Mullen just missed a long lead pass. Lidster starting away, 10 seconds left on the penalty. The pass goes right down to Merzen, and he shoots at the length of the ice. The penalty has been served. The fans will cheer the Flames again as Roberts steps on the ice. Merzen now, a weak shot. Linden had it hit him. Mullen comes in, dropped it. Here's Roberts! And a high shot off the glove of Beach. Smith coming out. Was stalled near center. The Canucks shoot it in. Benning just lobbed it high into the corner, and it went over the glass into the crowd.
The amazing new Festiva is not only fun to drive, it's also remarkably easy to park. The very remarkable Festiva. At Ford and Mercury dealers.
During the second intermission, Steve will be talking to Greg Gus Adams. He's the one that came over from New Jersey for Patrick Sundstrom.
And there's Gus on the bench. His team down 2-0. The first overall Calgary Flames were shocked in Game 1, losing in overtime. They rebounded for a pair. And the Canucks won Game 4. Here we are, tied in the series at 2. Roberts missed the pass. Now he picks it up, but he is offside. He just missed the pass on his own side of center and was across when he received it.
Tried to touch it behind his back. Puck was rolling, he missed it. By then he was offside. Gary Roberts is one of the physical forwards in the Calgary Flames, and he has curtailed his activity after the whistles tonight. He's got 2 penalties, but both of them were kind of questionable.
Harold Sneps has an injury to his right leg. He is being treated in the Vancouver dressing room. We're told that he will be back. 5:55 left in the second period. Smith coming in there. Took a bump. Got it to Bozak in front. He saved, not the winner. It's going to be a penalty against Vancouver, I think, this time. Here's the call. The Canucks are going to get a penalty. And the Flames will get a chance to really put it to Vancouver now. Adams is going off.
Greg C. Adams, I don't know whether he tripped Brad McCrimmon or Mike Vernon coming across right before the shot. Goes back to the point. There's Adams. He kicks Vernon's feet out right there, and that's the tripping penalty. It's not bad if you can get away with it, get the goaltender out of the play, but Adams, pretty obvious, right in front of referee Dave Newell, takes the tripping penalty.
Nieuwendyk and Poplinski have scored in this hockey game for Calgary. Nieuwendyk in the first, Poplinski in the second. And another man advantage situation for the Calgary Flames. They're 0 for 1 in this hockey game. Had some chances while enjoying the man advantage the first time. Let's see how they do now. Mullen left it on the boards. Linden coming back. At the line. Fleury shoots. Kicked away by Weeks. He's trying to pick it up now. He's put it back into play. Fleury coming in on it. Fleury to McGinnis, who shoots it in. Mullen picks it up off the boards. Fleury was back to the blue line. And Mullen steps to the net. That one flied, hit Butcher's stick, and missed the goal. McGinnis kept it in. Again, Gilmore on the boards to Fleury. Into the corner. Otto missed it. Lidster rolled it to the far side. Frico can't pick it up. McGinnis winds up. Shoots. Rolling puck, not a good shot. Mullen back to the net. Fleury at the point. To Mullen. Mullen coming to the net. Now a pass. He had a chance to shoot it, but he passed off. Fleury again. Played it in. Great patience shown by the Calgary Flames and Vancouver. Holding the box there to keep him outside. McGinnis hit the blue line. Here's Mullen. He had a great chance. And just about banned on it. Now Gilmore. Mullen. Stopped by Weeks. They passed it around perfectly and had someone set up. Another pass by Otto was blocked. Fleury now. Another shot. Weeks stopped it. This is a dynamite power play, no question. But Weeks is there to hang on to it. Otto slow to get up. He was in his usual spot in the crease area.
Right in front of Steve Weeks. The Flames moving around. Gilmore takes the shot. It hits Joel Otto and then just bounces to Steve Weeks. And there's Lidster. He hits Otto from the front and Butcher from behind. Otto slow to get up. Gilmore shot hits Otto and then just bounces to Weeks. There's Lidster from the front. Butcher from behind. Otto shaken up.
Otto taking terrific punishment. A double barrel check. As you say, John. One in right in the eyes and the other behind. Mullen with some great chances to give the Flames a 3-0 lead. 4:14 left in the period, 32 seconds, and the Adams penalty.
Mullen out of the lineup with the flu, and not only does he score goals, he's in the A group on their penalty killing. The Canucks power play was 4 for 10, and you can credit part of that to Joey Mullen being out of the lineup for the Flames.
Nieuwendyk, Mark Hunter, Lube, Merzen, and McCrimmon. That's a brand new quintet. That looks heavy, too. Lube to Merzen. Back to Lube. On the outside, they'll work it to somebody open at the side of the net. Mark Hunter to Lube. Back to the other side, McCrimmon. He passed it in. McCrimmon moves up. It goes to the corner. In front. Oh, Weeks stopped him. But there was indeed a man open, and they'll find him. Weeks has got to be a little dizzy in there, the way they pass it around.
Up to number of shots, it's the number of times you have to concentrate and go back and forth across the crease. Although the Flames have had lots of shots this period, they're out shooting the Canucks 15-3. That pass out to Lube had to be feathered, and it was in the air, and that's why he missed it. Benning goes after the player in the corner. The feather pass is in the air, and you can see Lube takes a swipe at it, ends up in his feet.
3:51 left in the period. Flames are going to make another change. McCown and Netflix are the defensemen. Lube remains on with Nieuwendyk, and McClellan is up there now. Another heavyweight for the net area. Weeks stalling for a little bit of time, adjusting the right pad. 9 seconds left in the Vancouver penalty. Shots are 26-11, Calgary. On the face-off, Flames. McCowan faked the shot. Lube took the shot. Hit Reinhart. Lube has the puck. Reinhart tried to stop him. Goes back to the net. The penalty has been served. It is over. McClellan looking out front to Lube. Lube decides he'll come back to help, and he gets the puck away from the boards. McClellan with Reinhart trying to pin him. Bozak chasing his man. McClellan still has it. Working it around. He centered it. Lube went after it. Unable to move it out. Now Adams picks it up and backhands it into the center ice area for Bozak. Bozak trying to go in. He was covered. He ran into the net and knocked it off the magnet, so they'll stop the play with Bozak in the net. This program is copyrighted as strictly for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, distribution, or exhibition in whole or in part without the express written consent of Molson Brewery and the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation is strictly prohibited.
Bob McCammon looking for a penalty on Steve Bozak. I think Steve Bozak was looking for one too. He loses control of the puck. He realizes he's not going to get the shot on net, so he goes down into the post. Wants a whistle, so he just gives it a shout. Make sure the referee notices.
He got them all in Flames tonight. In every which way.
Sealed red.
I'd say about 5% of the big crowd here tonight do not have something red. And maybe, in fact, they all have something red. This second period, again, the Flames dominating. Territorial advantages. Boy, Weeks has been sharp. It's only 2-0. And he has been the reason. It is just 2. Centered through the crease. It comes to Popinski, who has one of the goals. Popinski driving in. Lobbed it over in front of Weeks. But the Canucks clear it out. McCown saw Tandy moving on it and bumped him. Tandy now goes in, but Netflix intercepted the pass. Canucks shoot it in. Vernon out to stop it for McCown. To the far corner. It's intercepted. Natras having a tough time trying to move it out. Now Otto picks it up. He slapped it away for Popinski. Up with Mark Hunter. Natras trailing the play, shoots it in. And the Flames make changes. Canucks start up. Smith carries across center. He was knocked down as he hit the blue line. And McGinnis just feeds it out of the zone, down the ice. 2 minutes to play in the second period. Butcher has to back up. Sutter missed it. Butcher again. A second time for Sutter, but Burson was on it. Reinhart goes back. Coming in is Gilmore. Tried to hit Reinhart and missed him. McGinnis slapped it across center ice. And the Canucks just stymied by the Flames now in every department. Sutter sidestepped the check, but lost it. Sutter takes it again and backhands it in. A minute and a half to play in the period. McGinnis around the goal. Sutter gave him a shot, but here's Patterson. He couldn't get very far. Rico coming in. He was nailed as he took the shot. McKinnon stepped right into it. And Vernon made the save. Rico has to be shaken up.
We wish you sunshine every day. We hope the best things come your way. And with your box of Kellogg's corn, we give the best to you each morn. This is the taste of Golden Flakes. This is the crispy crunch that makes every box of Kellogg's corn our very best to you each morn.
Reminder, right after this hockey game tonight, we'll be going to the Fabulous Forum in Los Angeles where the Oilers and the Kings are going at it tonight. Edmonton trying to wind up the series and the Kings trying to extend it. Up here alongside our broadcast position is the former Montreal Canadian great and assistant coach of the Calgary Flames, Doug Risebrough. He's the spotter up here. Tom Watt, another assistant coach on the bench, relaying any messages to Terry Crisp, the head coach. Linden with the draw, and he nearly got a shot away right after the face-off. Nordmark failed to stop it at the blue line. It's Mark Hunter going up with Poplinski. Poplinski centered it. He heard Otto call to him. He was coming in. McCowan's shot missed. Into the final minute, it's tipped in front of Weeks. And Weeks down somehow made the save with Linden carrying the puck to center. Linden tried to stick handle in. Good play by Linden. And the shot has got another shot. And that just missed. And Vernon has to go down to cover up. It came off the boards. And Vernon was very alert and jumped on it.
Every good chance that the Vancouver Canucks have had tonight has been created by their super rookie Trevor Linden. That time, over the blue line, back the defense up, drops it back to his teammates, charges the net. Linden backs the defenseman, a nice move there. You see three white sweaters after Trevor Linden. The shot doesn't get through, and another chance just misses, all created by the good aggressive offensive play of Trevor Linden.
Boy, he is handling the puck beautifully for a rookie. 19 years old today, injured in the first period. You can see the cut on his nose. Boston has eliminated Buffalo in their series, winning the game tonight 4-1. Philadelphia extending that series to go back to the Spectrum, defeating Washington 8-5. Hextall getting the 8th goal into an empty net. Detroit fighting back to stay alive, defeating Chicago 6-4. That goes back to the big Chicago Stadium now. So the Red Wings are still alive. 2-0 here for the Flames with 30 seconds left in the second period. Reinhart for Butcher. 25 seconds remaining in the period. Nieuwendyk nearly got in alone. He was stopped. Adams rolled it ahead. Fell to the ice. Patterson tried to pick it up. Adams didn't get a chance to receive the pass, and Butcher stops it at center. 5 seconds left in the period, but this will be it as it goes into the right of Mike Vernon, and the horn goes to end the period. Calgary out shooting Vancouver 16-4 in the period. Two-period total 27-12. And Poplinski got the goal at 9:51. So the score at the end of the second period, Calgary Flames 2, Vancouver Canucks 0.
It's the treat. Alberta made.
107 Kick FM and rock and roll. We've grown up together. 107 Kick FM with the greatest. The Beatles. And the latest. The widest variety of music with less repetition so you can listen longer. 107 Kick FM, Calgary's classic rock.
You gotta be ready for everything when you drive. Bad weather, bad drivers, So many things that can't possibly happen, but always do. Guess that's why we bought Michelin's. We got them from the Michelin tire dealer. They sure know their stuff. Made me feel easier, getting the right Michelin's for our car. Am I overprotective? Well, the way I see it, I've got good reason to be.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
It's going to be kind of sad leaving this old place. I sure hope we can sell it without any hassles.
With Royal LePage, selling your home can be a lot easier than you think. Our InfoHome computer helps all Royal LePage customers quickly set the right price. And our home marketing program is a great way to help them organize the sale.
The move is going really well. You're not!
Royal LePage.
Where does Para-Paint stand on chipping and peeling? Well, in independent tests, Para performed as well or better than 6 other leading paints, some costing much more. Because one thing Para's not is off the wall. Para performs. High-quality paint shouldn't splatter or bubble when you roll it on. And in independent tests, Para performed as well or better than 6 other leading paints, some costing much more. So if you want to make a picture-perfect impression, Para performs.
It's the natural, Alberta made.
CBC News with Peter Mansbridge.
Good evening. Here are some of the stories we're following tonight. The federal government is cutting back on unemployment insurance benefits. The opposition denounced the move as the beginning of the end of social programs under free trade. Ottawa's official language commissioner accuses the Quebec government of heightening language tensions in the province. A task force tells Ontario it's heading for catastrophe if it doesn't change the face of its largely all-white police forces. Mourners rioted at a funeral in Jerusalem for a young Palestinian murdered yesterday. An Israeli extremist group said it killed him. Rioters clashed with police and troops. And Japan's Prime Minister Takeshita admits he took more than $1 million from a company. He says the gift was merely a political donation. For CBC News, I'm Peter Mansbridge. Now, back to Hockey Night in Canada. Welcome back to Calgary. After 2 periods of play, the Flames are leading the Vancouver Canucks by a score of 2-0. With me now is Greg C. Adams of the Canucks, not to be confused with, make it Greg Gus Adams, not to be confused with Greg C. Adams. I'm already confused. You got to tell me about the joke tonight.
Well, every game so far this series, before the game, Jack McHardy or Mike Murphy would come in at the start of the game and tell a joke, I guess, just to relax the guys. And it's gone so good, pretty good so far, but tonight it hasn't worked out as well.
Yeah, you looked like you came out a little tight in that first period of play, and I blamed it on the joke.
No, I could blame it on the joke. It wasn't a very good one tonight, so maybe that's what happened tonight.
Now, what did you do a little differently in the second period? I thought it was a better period for the Canucks.
Yeah, I feel the second period we came out a little stronger, and we came to them. The first period we were a little tentative, and they came at us, and you can't let a team like Calgary come at you like that. And the second period, well, we played stronger, and we played our style of hockey.
Now, you took a shot in the shoulder in that second period. We thought we might not have you as an intermission guest. What happened? Is it okay?
Oh, yeah, I was fine. I just shook up a little bit, rang my bell there, but I'm fine. That happens playoff hockey. You got to expect that.
You had that ankle injury late in the regular season. Has it fully recovered enough to enable you to play up to your full potential in the playoffs?
Oh, I think so. I don't notice the ankle at all when I'm out in the ice. The only time I notice it is after the game. Sometimes I feel a little bit, but it really came around well, and I'm fortunate. I guess it healed fast for me, and I'm just happy to be here right now.
Greg, I don't know of any expert who picked this series to go 6 games. Are you surprised?
I don't know. We try not to act surprised. We don't like to say we're surprised. We knew we'd come in here. We knew we were going to give Calgary a good run for their money. all year long we've given them good games, and we just knew it was going to be, we needed to score some goals and to get our power play working. We knew we were going to give them a good run. So I wouldn't say we're really surprised. We're pleasantly happy to be here right now, but we're not surprised.
Can you win this one tonight?
Oh, definitely. We can come back. It's still anyone's game. You know, Calgary's a tough team to come back on, but they're no different than any other team in the league. You can get a couple on them, and they're going to tighten up.
Thank you very much. Greg Gus Adams of the Vancouver Canucks has been my guest. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard for you next live. This is Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
You won't believe it. A wild oat and broadleaf herbicide that's gentle on wheat and barley but tough on wild oats. A wild oat herbicide that works under normal or dry conditions. A wild oat herbicide that alone controls broadleaf weeds and is tank mixable with 2,4-D ester and MCPA ester. A wild oat herbicide with an early 1 to 4 leaf application window. Assert. You won't believe it until you try it.
Frank Schneider thought he'd have to go all over town to find a muffin shop with the know-how to get his pickup in and out fast. His search ended at Midas when he talked to Peter. What Peter knows about exhaust systems could fill a book, which is why we guarantee his Midas muffler for as long as Frank owns his pickup. Nobody tops Midas when it comes to exhaust work. Hey, Midas invented this business over 30 years ago. Nobody tops the Top Guns. Nobody.
Friends, I'm here to take you for a walk around Alberta. Ford's Alberta Special, that is, a limited edition truck at a special price of just $15,595. It's got a powerful 302 cubic inch V8 engine, speed control, tilt wheel, a premium AM/FM cassette stereo, dual gas tanks, Ford Tough protection, and no charge air conditioning. Run, don't walk to your nearest Ford or Mercury dealer.
Took my gal to breakfast the other day, which makes for a cheap date, seeing as how she doesn't eat breakfast. Me, I love breakfast when it's done just the way I want, which brings me to Harvey's, literally. Because right now, Harv's serving up a tasty home-style breakfast special of eggs, toasted French bread, fresh brewed coffee, and a nice mug with Harv's name plastered all over it, which you get to keep, all for $2.19. Girl, you just don't know what you're missing.
Al Waxman is a judge who may be a killer.
I shot him out of fear!
Will it take more than Kerry to prove his innocence? Friday.
It was a better period for the Vancouver Canucks, the second period here at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, but where it counts the most, the Flames are leading the Canucks by a score of 2-0. Poplinski and Nieuwendyk have the goals for Calgary. Okay, let's update the Washington game for you. It was a game the Flyers won, and the big story in this game, Ron Hextall scoring his second goal, his first ever in the playoffs. The Washington net is empty, and Hextall gets the big goal, and the Flyers go on to beat Washington by a count of 8-5. They now lead the series by a 3-2 margin. Now let's check the other scores for you. Boston defeated Buffalo 4-1. The Bruins win that series. Remember, they lost the opener 6-0. Came back to win 4 straight games and to sideline Buffalo in 4-1. There you see it. Philadelphia defeating Washington 8-5. Hextall with the goal. That's right, Hextall with the goal for the Flyers. Detroit over Chicago 6-4. The Hawks now lead that series 3-2. And St. Louis over Minnesota 6-1 in the third. The Blues lead that series 3-1. So it looks as if St. Louis about to eliminate the North Stars. Los Angeles in front of Edmonton by a score of 1-0. Chris Kontos has the goal for the LA Kings, and of course we'll be joining that game immediately following our game here in Calgary, where the Flames lead the Vancouver Canucks by a score of 2-0. Now let's join Ron McLean with Ford's great moments in hockey.
Wayne Gretzky's remarkable career has been filled with memories, but few can top the moments 99 provided in the 88 postseason. That classic performance tonight on Ford's Great Moments in Hockey. player in NHL history has enjoyed more success in the playoffs than Wayne Gretzky. Last season, when many felt he and the Oilers were capable of cracking, Gretzky revved up the engines and turned in a virtuoso performance that included his second career overtime winner in the stunning upset of the Calgary Flames. In the final series against Boston, Gretzky totaled an NHL record 13 points, including 10 assists, and was honored with the Conn Smythe Trophy as the playoffs' most valuable performer. Wayne Gretzky leading the Edmonton Oilers to Stanley Cup Championship number 4. Great Moments in Hockey is presented by Ford of Canada.
Our second intermission continues in just a moment.
In Canada, a beer must be clean and cold. And it must have a genuine Canadian taste. Molson Canadian. What beer's all about.
Take a look at a sleek, dynamic compact. Feel the power from the fingertip controls to the road-gripping treads. Grab hold and see how this baby rips up the road. The Caterpillar backhoe loader. One tough machine that's surprisingly easy to own.
Come to the 416 Rodeo. For more details, call your nearest R. Angus operation.
I think at a certain point you get a little crazy about your car. I mean, I actually like waxing it all the time. I kind of think it makes it run better. Of course, you wonder about these new car finishes. Well, it's sure lucky Armor All Car Wax came along. A car wax that won't hurt the paint.
Armor All Car Wax. We made it safe for any kind of car paint. Because we're crazy about cars, too.
Maybe I'll hit that fender one more time.
We designed the new Festiva so you can personalize it any way you like for no extra cost. But we couldn't agree which way was best. So we agreed to leave it up to you. At Ford and Mercury dealers.
Hey, fella, quit kicking sand in our faces.
That man is the worst nuisance on the beach.
Listen here, you little runt. If you don't like it, find yourself another beach. That big bully, I'll get even someday.
Oh, don't let that bully bother you.
Darn it! I'm sick and tired of being pushed around.
Suddenly, you own the beach.
Well, now it's your turn to find another beach.
Oh, Mac, you are my hero after all.
Suddenly, it could happen to you.
Rocky Mountain Clear, Rocky Mountain Cold, Coors, Cold Gold.
Just a reminder to all our viewers tonight that immediately following the game here in Calgary, we will be going to Los Angeles to join the Oilers game against the Kings. We'll be joining that game in progress. Now let's go upstairs to Bob Cole and John Garrett. And Bob, we should wish our executive producer, Ron Harrison, a happy birthday tonight, just like Trevor Linden. He is celebrating a birthday. Of course, Harrison, one of the oldest executive producers in the business.
Not that old, full of vim and vigor and vitality. Happy birthday, Ronnie.
Steve Weeks, 25 saves tonight. He has made some spectacular saves. If not for Steve Weeks, the score instead of 2-0 would be about 8-0. But Bob McCammon is faced with a problem now. Who do you start in Game 6?
Well, I have a feeling if the Flames win this hockey game tonight, he'll come back with McLean.
I think he will too. McLean is their number one goaltender. Everybody knows that. Might as well go with your best and your last hope.
This one far from over. However, the Canucks will have to step it up a bit. They've only had 12 shots on goal as opposed to 27 for the Calgary Flames. They need one early. That always gives a team a lift. And they're in there, but not for long. 3 Flames come out. Mullen to center ice and in. Mullen winds up, shoots. Weak stopped it. The rebound was there, but so was penalty to Andy. Andy lobbed it out of his own zone. Ripped right back in and bounced to Weeks. The two teams make changes as Reinhardt starts out of the zone to center. Reinhardt coming in. Reinhardt doing a good job bringing this one up. Sutter trailing the play. Fires right behind Vernon. But it did not cross the line. A very close call.
Mike Vernon's best save of the night through a maze of players. Bad clearing by the Flames. Shot taken there. Vernon realizes he's in trouble. Immediately falls down, looks behind him. Sutter takes the shot. There's Vernon. He's able to keep it from crossing the line.
A big save by Vernon. Had to be screened all the way with so many players skating in front of him. The shot hit him, nearly got in.
You know Mike Vernon's screen when he falls down because he stands up. He's one of the best stand-up goaltenders in the league, but when he can't see it, he'll go down, take away the bottom of the net as he did on that shot.
Lozek kicked it back to Snep, who has returned, and a shot went off his skate. Sneps was injured in the second period. And he can't stop Lube. Lube!
Weeks is leaning to the outside. Right there. Lube's got the room off the far post and in.
104. Lube's fourth of the playoffs. On a bullet shot just inside the post on the stick side of Steve Weeks. 3-0 Calgary. McClellan drew the assist on the Lube goal. Adams stepped over the line with a shot that Vernon saw and put his stick on. Neuendijk racing in. He opened the scoring for the Flames. Neuendijk around the net. He was stopped, and the goaltender Weeks covering up at the side of the net. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Broken windshield? Speedy Auto Glass will replace it quickly, professionally, and guaranteed. But not all have to be replaced. Most chipped windshields can be repaired with Speedy's Glass Medic system. Now you see it? Now you don't. And if you have comprehensive insurance, the repair is free. So for glass repair or replacement, come to Speedy Auto Glass.
Speedy Auto Glass, at Speedy we can.
There's the top man in goals for the Calgary Flames, getting his fourth and 104 of this third period.
He gets Weeks leaning, goes right around to Harold Steps. Weeks is leaning, closes the legs, leaves that far side open, and Lube hits it.
He hits it all right. Just inside the post. A good low shot by Håkan Lube. And a penalty called. Fleury is knocked down in the corner. Smith going to the penalty box.
Right from the face-off, Fleury and Smith take the draw. Fleury tries to go through Smith. Their both sticks gets up, and Smith with the little shot, the quick shot right to the face of Fleury. It's a high sticking penalty, and now it's a 2 or 5.
If he's cut, it'll be a major. I think 2. We'll get the announcement in a moment. High sticking, Smith.
Correction, Doug Smith, 2 minutes for high sticking. The time, 1:30.
1:30, minor penalty. Fleury seems to be okay.
Flames power play has looked very good tonight. They haven't scored. They're 0 for 2. But they have moved the puck around well, and Steve Weeks has been a big part of the Canucks penalty kill.
just failed to stop Lube, who flew around him and blew by him, and then blew the shot by Steve Weeks. But he's the gutsy veteran. He was hurt early in the game. Missed a good part of the second period. And he's back out here to try to help his Canucks get back into it. Linden lays it back. Lidster shoots it down the ice. The Canucks are going to try to be very careful and hold the Flames on this power play. Pass down the left side. Merzen tried to go in. He's stopped. Otto picks it up. A lot of traffic in there, though. Mullen back of the net with Gilmore in the corner and out to the line. McGinnis gives it to Gilmore again. Gilmore through the middle. Merzen threw it in front of the net. Linden there. Can't get it out. Lidster gets a chance and makes no mistake shooting it down the ice. Calgary tonight 0 for 2 in the power play. They've loved one here. This would just about wrap it up for this evening. And a lead in the series. Oakenlube gets the crowd alive again as he shoots it in. Bounces away from the goaltender Weeks. At the line, McGinnis with that big shot. He doesn't shoot it this time. Here's the drive by Lube. That was blocked and not cleared out. Sutter poked at it. Got it out across the line. Gilmore brings it in with Otto. And Lube on the play. There's Fleury. He was bumped to the ice near the blue line. Weeks going against the flow. But McGinnis will stop it. Lube knocked down. Play continues inside that line. The Flames pass it around. Off the boards to the line, Fleury. Fleury skates along the blue line and lost it. Bozak knocked it away from him. 18 seconds left of the penalty. Lube in. Here's Lube again. That's got the rebound. Hard cutter at the empty net. Now he tips one just wide. Fleury. McGinnis. Shot. Newendike going around the net. Penalty is over. But McGinnis will get another goal. The shot is blocked. Sutter got to skate up on it. Sutter comes to center. McGinnis pokes it away from him. Bozak fired it into the Calgary zone. Here's McCowan. Stopped by Benning. His shot deflected wide of the net. Mark Hunter takes the puck at center. Hunter comes up over the Vancouver line. He'll go in offside. And the play has been called. 3-0 Calgary.
So, did you proof this fax?
About 87 times.
I guess we're ready.
Yeah.
Let's fax it over.
Sure.
In the world of Canadian, we know the power of the entrepreneurial spirit. It's the same force that motivates us. It's why we fly to more places in Canada than anyone else, and why we've built a network spanning 5 continents: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia. We can take you as far as you want to go.
250 feet. We'll oversee the entire building program.
And we'll train your staff.
It's a complete turnkey service.
Our world revolves around you.
We are Canadian.
The Canucks are pressing, trying to get a goal up on the board. But Patterson will just backhand the puck out and down the ice. Mark Hunter has been given credit for the second Calgary goal. Back in the second period, Popinski and McCown assisting then. That was at 9:51. Newendike, Hunter, and Lube are the scorers for Calgary. Gilmore missed a long lead pass. Gilmore picks it up on the boards to Mullen. His weak shot is stopped by the goaltender, Steve Weeks. Bradley gets it out across the line and down the ice. Vernon will come out to help McCrimmon. McCrimmon stopped by Adams, but McCown was there to help. McCown ahead. Roberts backhands it in. A high one for Weeks, and he holds it. Fleury coming in close. In other series around the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight, the Boston Bruins have eliminated the Buffalo Sabres by a score of 4-1 tonight, 4-1 in that series. Philadelphia, 8-5 with an empty net goal, number 8 for Philadelphia by Ron Hextall, the goaltender. Flyers lead the series 3-2 as do Detroit by virtue of their 6-4 win over the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Back to Chicago for the next game. St. Louis eliminating Minnesota 6-1. Blues winning that series in 5. 1-0 in the second period. Los Angeles leading. Contos has another goal. And we'll keep you posted on that one. Steve Armitage, along with us tonight, is watching all the action from the Forum in L.A. Keeping us up to date. 1-0 Los Angeles. Puck out to center. Kevin Guy in limited action. He played a shift up front. Now back on the defense. Linden trying to squeeze in. Fell to the ice. Flames clear it out. Nearing the 6-minute mark of period number 3. And a Calgary player in behind the play. Down on the ice. Hurt. Merson, I think.
Stan Smeel skated by Merson. I don't know whether he got a piece of him knocking him down. Obviously, the Calgary Flames think so. Jim Poplinski having words with Smeel. When you don't expect it, it's hard to prepare, and that's when guys bang their heads on the ice, hit their tailbones. Was so far behind the play, referee Dave Newell, I'm sure, didn't see it.
Merson now just moving and answering a few questions, showing no signs yet of getting up. He is hurt. Big Merson in obvious pain. And Terry Crisp continues to make notes. Jim Murray, the trainer, now talks Merson into standing up, and he'll be going off to be treated.
Performance. For some people, it's more than a passion. It's a way of life. Well, for all those people for whom performance really counts, there's Speed Stick Plus antiperspirant. It's the wide stick, glides on fast and dry. For all-day protection against wetness and odor. Performance. Get it from the wide stick. And now look for new Speed Stick Plus Sport.
By Menon.
Dana Merson gone to the Calgary Flames dressing room. They've already lost Gary Suter tonight. He was hit in the head in the first period. They've lost 2 defensemen. There's Merson being helped off, obviously woozy. Being helped off by Bearcat Murray and headed right to the dressing room.
And let's go, says Dave Newell, the referee tonight's game. Flames lead it 3-0. 14:27 left in the third. Series tied. 2 games apiece coming in here tonight. Next game, 7:30 Pacific time. 48 hours down the road from Vancouver. Molson Hockey Night in Canada will be there at the Pacific Coliseum. We invite you to join us. Shot in back to the net. Flames, everybody back, checking well. Hunter comes to center with Poplinski. Hunter, weak shot. Weak stopped it. Feeds it off to Smeel. Smeel with difficulty getting it out. Stopped near center by Nieuwendyk. Naprus rolled it ahead. And the Flames continue to make quick changes. Pass to the line is slapped back in. Kevin Guy comes out for Vancouver. Takes it through center and lifts a high one into the corner. McCrimmon going back, but on the other side, McGinnis whipped it away. McClellan shoots it from center ice, and Lube goes in. He has a goal tonight. Lube looking for it off the boards, but it's Reinhart carrying the puck away. Reinhart gets to center, flips it ahead. Now he has to wait for the Canucks to get back on side. Lube couldn't take it from him. A pass intended for Sutter. Too far. The play called at the Calgary blue line. High stick making contact.
Knocked down with a high stick at the Calgary blue line. Petri Sprinkle looking for a penalty and not.
McGinnis, stalwart defenseman with these Calgary Flames. I'm very surprised he has not been shooting more. He has that vicious shot from the blue line, but he has been very careful to pass it off to people on the lip of the crease near Weeks. Vancouver in a big hole, down 3-0 with 13 minutes left in the third. Bozak coming up to center ice and in. Bozak to streak goal. Reinhardt. He dumped it in front of the net, but look at the Flames back there, all 5 of them. McCown down the other way. He's in with Patterson. McCown centered it. Patterson was covered. Back to the line. Here's a chance. The drive is blocked. That was another chance. And he decides you better not try to shoot it through the crowd. Threw it off to the corner. Patterson in there with Gilmore. Rico. Headmans it. Bozak didn't see it. And the Flames continue to shoot it inside the Calgary line. Puck put up high on the glass by the goaltender Weeks. Reinhardt and Rico go after it on the board. Roberts is there for Calgary. He has it. Roberts to the blue line to McGinnis. High shot missing. Smith caught right away by Muller. Roberts goes in again. Made a good move. And then finally was hit by Butcher. Tony Tandy down the board. Fed it in for Smith to Tandy. Tandy trying to center it. Here's Smith. He missed with the backhander. Canucks keep it in. Not for long as Fleury picks it up and lost it near center. Litzner played it back in his own zone. Smith stopped by Fleury. His pass, a good one. Tim Hunter's shot. That was blocked by Nordmark. Fleury picks it up again. To the line, McCrimmon. Picked out by Weeks. Smith is nailed by Fleury. Fleury falling. Out the center is Tandy to shoot it in. He wants to get off. Vernon played it on the board for Roberts. To McCrimmon. Out the center unmolested. And flipped it in, and he heads off to the Calgary bench. Adams around the net, trying to pick up some speed and dive. To center ice, Adams going in on Necklace. Adams breaking for the net. Centered it. And it gets out over the line. Jim Benning back. Head to Bradley, who has to circle away from Mark Hunter. Benning. Cross center. Adams backhands it into the zone. McCown back to knock his man down. Kopinski chops at it. Can't move it. Now ahead. Doesn't work. Otto was covered. Kopinski will try it again. And he'll bring it out this time. He's playing a strong game tonight for Calgary. Kopinski trying to go in. It's broken up. Right in front of the net. There's the weak shot stop. Otto going to the net looking for it. Flames continue to make changes, as do the Canucks now at the halfway mark of the third period. And it's 3-0. Calgary leading. Here's Hogan Loon. Full head of steam. Stops inside the line and waits. Takes his shot. Put it into Nieuwendyk in the corner. McClellan. Nieuwendyk going for the net. McClellan circling in front. The backhander weak and wide. And Smeal takes it for Vancouver. Pass chopped back in by McCrimmon. McGinnis back. Linden watched him. Lube again on it. At length, play goes in. Nieuwendyk. And he failed to control it in front of Weeks. After drawing the goaltender to one side and waiting for him to go down. And he lost it. Steal in. Across the line, feeds it in for Linden. He's bumped by McClellan. Lube again. Having a big shift for Calgary. And Gilmore got it out. Lube gets the hand as he goes off. 9 minutes remaining in the third. still shutout hockey turned in by the Calgary Flames tonight. McCrimmon's long shot missing. McCrimmon heads off. Mullen missed it. Canucks get it up to center. That net was right on it. And they keep coming. They keep beating the Canucks to the puck.
Much like their shutout in Game 3, Calgary Flames not giving the Canucks any chances at all.
There's Bozak getting a rip from Mullen. It's still plenty physical. Anderson back. Gilmore gets the pass. Takes a look. He saw Mullen. And just missed him with the lead pass. So icing is called against the Calgary Flames. And it's all Flames tonight.
In Canada, when someone moves into a place of their own, a traditional gathering is held. It's called a housewarming. Molson Canadian. The clean, cold taste of a genuine Canadian beer. What beer's all about.
Luke gives the puck to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk with a full head of steam goes around Garth Butcher, but Butcher in desperation sticks his stick in Nieuwendyk's feet just enough to knock him off stride. He can't handle the puck. It goes right to Steve Weeks.
Face off deep in the Calgary zone to the right of Vernon. 8:11 remaining. So you know the Flames will be a fork-checking team the rest of the way. They'll take very few chances on offense. They have to be satisfied with their play tonight. A 3-0 lead. And over half the third period gone. Richmond on this draw is slow getting the stick down. Otto appears to be ready. McCown on the boards for Mark Hunter. Hunter to center. And the Flames are on at first. They continue to beat the Canucks to the puck. That was Poplinski that time. Canucks shoot it in. Matthews, the defenseman back. Coming out against Bridgman. Skates away and allowed to pass. Up to Tim Hunter, who shoots it in. Fleury there with him. Tim Hunter and Fleury along with Roberts for Calgary. As Jim Benning comes in, playing his first game, and he made the move at the line. And they're offside. 7:36 left to play in the third period. Shots, listen to this, 39-15, Calgary.
Eric Fleury's had another strong game for the Calgary Flames. On Sunday in Game 4, it looked like he was trying to do too much. Tonight he's used his wingers much more effectively. On Sunday it looked like he was trying to beat everybody on the Canucks, and there's only two players in the NHL that can do that even once in a while. And one's playing in Los Angeles and the other guy's in Pittsburgh.
DePuzzo, the linesman, ready as Bradley comes in against Fleury. Fleury winning it back for McCrimmon. Shoots it to center. Puts stops it. Headed ahead. Roberts is covered. Sutter hooked the puck away from him and gave it to Adam. Coming in with Sutter. And offside, Sutter in on the right wing. We're down to 7:19 left in this one.
Presenting real live winners in the game of Scrabble at McDonald's. Lac Wong Hen walked into a McDonald's in Vancouver, BC and won $100,000 instantly. Patrick Scarry won $5,000. Valerie Reed won a trip to Disneyland. Donald Knight and Jeremy Woodruff won $1,000 Sears shopping sprees. Jody Leader won a Holiday Inn week. Felix Gelbar and Harold Schum each won $50. So come and play Scrabble at McDonald's. In a word, you could win.
The Kings have just scored a controversial goal in Los Angeles. Kerry Fraser loses sight of it, and he delays the call on the goal. Lowe tries to scoop it out. The puck does cross the line. Bernie Nichols gets credit. Gretzky and Robitaille assisting. It is 2-0. Los Angeles leading the Oilers. Bob?
They They just might come back and force another game back at the Northlands Coliseum. There is no doubt now that the Calgary Flames will take the lead into the Pacific Coliseum for Game 6 in this one. As Lube comes up, bidding for another goal. Lube centered it. It was just in time. McClellan trying to keep it in. He does. Now, Newendijk drilled it right out of Weeks. He was standing there, and he makes the stop.
Ryan McClellan has had a strong game off the bench for the Calgary Flames. He was sat out in Game 4. Makes a good play at the top of the blue line. Gives it to Newendijk. Newendijk just snaps it. Steve Weeks in perfect position. Cuts down the angle. Controls the rebound.
The big crowd cheer you're hearing. They just posted the fact that Los Angeles indeed has taken a 2-0 lead on Edmonton. Does that mean that the Calgary fans would rather meet Los Angeles than the Edmonton Oilers? I wonder. Weeks covering up. Rebound! And Otto hit him with it. Another shot. That was a nice save by Weeks. He got down in that butterfly style and put the left leg out to stop it.
And the Calgary Flames strong on the faceoffs against the Vancouver Canucks. In the games they've played well, they've dominated the faceoff circles, and that creates the chances on this one. They get the faceoff right back to the point man. Masters lets it go. Traffic in front. Otto gets a chance. And then Poplinski, the second chance, the butterfly, and the controlling the rebound by Steve Weeks.
6 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the third period. The Calgary Flames, in a series tied at 2, lead this game 3-0. Mattress flicked it into the corner. Mullen being watched over there by Nordmark. Patterson rolled it back to the net. Gilmore in there trying to pick it out. He does. Gilmore slides it through the crease. And the play is called with the net off the magnets again. Referee Dave Newell stops the play.
Here's the leader in compact trucks, Ford Ranger, with features that make it outsell Mazda, GMC, and Chevy.
Go with the leader.
You're in four-wheel drive at the touch of a button. Only Ranger 4x4 gives you this advanced system standard.
Go with the leader.
And Ranger beats Chevy S10 in standard horsepower and torque. It's Canada's best-selling compact truck.
Go with the leader. Ford trucks.
During April Truck Month, save up to $2,435 on specially equipped Rangers.
The goals are coming fast and furious in Los Angeles. Glenn Anderson taking a pass from Yari Curry. He counts his first goal of the playoffs. It is now 2-1 LA, leading. 7:38 gone in the second period. And don't forget, we will have this game for you live immediately following our game here in Calgary. Bob?
And Steve, also don't forget that the Edmonton Oilers have scored late in just about every game. Hence their lead in the series. And it appears they're gearing up for another late surge. We're in the second. McCown's shot stopped. The rebound is there, though. Weeks knocked it away. Joe Mullen going after it. Canucks try to get it out. Cannot. Nordmark swinging back. That's Gilmore chasing him. Squeako to center. Flipped it into the corner, and there's Smith. He is stopped. Bozak didn't see it, and it's down the ice again. 6 minutes left in period number 3. Blitzer back. The Flames making changes. Hunter going in to bump Nordmark as he cleared it. Nordmark again. Hunter chasing him. Another bump along the boards by Tim Hunter on Nordmark. Got a hard check, but Nordmark is aware that Hunter is out. Being physical again. Roberts, bumped by Guy, ever so lightly, allowing Fleury to go in. Fleury around the net, knocked it down with his hand. Fleury takes a look around, played it back into the corner. Tim Hunter is covered. Guy trying to hold it. Linden comes back for Vancouver to help. Hunter went off stride, and he couldn't hold the puck with his skate. Canucks get it out. Tim Benning to the right side for Smeal. Back to Benning, broken up, offside. With Linden trailing the play.
Calgary Flames defensemen are really standing up well tonight. They've been doing it from the opening drop of the faceoff, not since just they've had the lead. There, Al McGinnis broke up the play, forced the Canucks to go outside.
Game 6 of this series back in the Pacific Coliseum on Thursday, 7:30 Pacific time. That game will get underway, and Hockey Night in Canada will be on the air for you. Gary Chris has to be satisfied tonight. Bob McCammon thinking down the road a little bit. Will he go to the young goalie Kirk McLean for Game 6? An educated guess would be that he would, even though Weeks has been solid in the 2 games that he's played for Vancouver. Were it not for Weeks in the first, the Flames might have had 5 or 6 goals. Lewandowski stopped the puck, couldn't move it out. Candy is pressing, shot off the side of the net, Vernon covering. There they come, 2-on-1. And Lewis goes wide. Through the middle and dropped it perfectly. Lewandowski going in. And he can't get a shot. Ran into the goaltender. Canucks go down the other way. Tony Candy trying to poke it through. Lewandowski is way offside getting this pass. The play called Lube trying to get at Brisbane. That happened behind the play, I think, John. The Lube was floored. And the crowd feel that maybe somebody should have been penalized as Lube was decked by Sutter. I have a break for you now, and Steve Armitage has another update.
Bob, we have another goal in Los Angeles. This time it's a 2-on-2. Dave Taylor breaking down the right side. He's got Luc Robitaille in the middle. He takes a perfect pass to beat Grant Fuhr. It is now 3-1. The LA Kings leading 9:44 off the second period. Bob?
And thank you, Steve. And at the completion of this game, we're going to be switching to the Forum in Los Angeles so that you fans can watch the conclusion of that game.
I think the fans were hollering for a penalty against Joe Nieuwendyk as he broke in. It wasn't called by Dave Newell, and then the incident with Håkan Lube just threw a little fuel on the fire, and the fans caught it. We're yelling at referee Dave Newell.
Calgary makes the last change with 4:17 remaining in the third. And a 3-0 lead for the Flames. They will take a 3-2 lead in the series into the Pacific Coliseum on Thursday night. Game time 7:30 Pacific Daylight Time. Here's Adams' shot. Nice save by Vernon. He'd love the shutout now. High stick made contact. That stops the play.
Rick Natras hit that one down with a high stick to a teammate. Mike Vernon hasn't been called on very often tonight, but has been sharp. Natras has made a strong comeback. He was hurt. Had a hip pointer in the first game when he hit Petri Skriko. Missed the next 3, and he's really been pressed into duty with the injuries to Suter and Merzen.
Weak shot by Adams. Easy save for Vernon. Vernon in a bid for a second shutout. And the Canucks pressing so Vernon jams the mid down on it. Calgary winning games 2 and 3. Vancouver games 4-3 overtime in game 1. 5-3 game 4 in Vancouver. More penalties coming now. Calgary won 5-2 and 4-0. And Vernon with a decent shot at another shutout tonight.
Шум. Ну почему столько шум? Эй, мужик!
Not very long
long ago, the Soviet Union got its first taste of Pepsi. And while it may be just a coincidence, a lot of refreshing changes have been taking place ever since. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Юрочка, не бери в голову.